Let's cut across right now to Sachin Pilot, who's joining us live. Mr. Pilot, first up, congratulations, especially on the result of Rajasthan. You'd be very happy. Some of those seats you took charge of on your own person. But a little bittersweet, Mr. Pilot, keeping in mind Rajasthan, you've swept. Chhattisgarh, you were made in charge of, and not so good there.
Thank you very much. I think the results yesterday came up with a strong message that it was against the narrative that the BJP set. It was against the targets that the BJP set for itself, and the Congress Party India Alliance have done remarkably well in most parts of the country. And in Rajasthan in particular, we had scored 0 seats last time, and now we and our allies have 11 seats to our credit. And I think the credit really goes to the leadership of the party and the party workers. And I also think that in states where the BJP was supposedly doing very well, have received a huge setback. You talked about Chhattisgarh. Yes, in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, we have a lot of scope to improve. I think we'll use the time to revamp the organization, and I look at it the other way. I feel if we haven't done well, we have a lot of potential to improve, and we will do that. In Chhattisgarh, we only had 2 seats last time. This time we won 1 seat, and 1 seat we lost by less than 2,000 votes. It was a close contest, but I think there's scope to improve. But the message of the election held yesterday, the results, purely results, not speculation what might happen next. The results indicate that it's a strong message of the unaccepting people who did not like the politics of acrimony and politics of revenge and the brute use of the public office and forces of the government of India, agencies of the government of India in attacking the opposition.
No, you are right there, Mr. Pilot. At that level, I would reckon the Congress, the India Alliance has done a lot better than what most expected it to do. The question I ask you now in the realms of speculation, many questions have been asked of the Congress, have been asked of your leaders on what now. Till now, there is no acceptance of sitting in the opposition. What is it that the India Alliance hopes for, even though you don't have the numbers?
But one thing very clear, no party has got a mandate to form a government. Whatever government takes shape will be a coalition government. Now, what coalition, who will say what will happen once we, as the India Alliance meets this evening, will take a final considered view on the actual numbers, the political position of each party in this country, what is best for our nation, and how to provide a stable government. That option remains open. I think nothing to be said till the leaders and all of us meet in India Alliance, have a meeting this evening. Because we fought the election as a coalition. So whatever decision we make, it can't be individualistic. It has to be a collective decision.
What's the Congress's approach to it, Mr. Pilot? Is the Congress looking at possibly moving towards wooing the allies like the JDU, which was a part of you, or the TDP?
Look, I think we are speculating. First, I'm just giving my views on what came out yesterday. The results of yesterday's election are something that a message has been sent by the people of India. That is that the BJP was saying 300 par, 400 par. That clearly those claims lie flat on the ground. The Congress party has doubled its numbers. India Alliance leaders have done exceptionally well in most states. So that's the takeaway, the large takeaway. Now the final combinations, permutations, who says what, I think is wrong to speculate. Let's wait for the meetings to happen. And once a decision is taken, obviously you'll get to know about it. But I keep saying that the mandate from the people of India is a fractured one. It's not a mandate to a party to lead the government, which was the case when you went to the polls. Before the elections were called, the BJP had more than 300 seats, and they were aiming for 370 or 400 or beyond. Clearly, that wasn't the case, and what the message they took to the people was not accepted or well received. That much we have to accept. Beyond that, it's too early to speculate, I think.
Mr. Pilot, you're right. It's a stunning mandate, and the question that I ask you now is there a sense now within the Congress that maybe the India Alliance came to the party too late? Because initially, as people, as a reporter on the ground, you had the people who wanted possibly a change. This could have been an election that you could win. If you look at the numbers, you could have won.
Must understand how the alliance came together. The unity of the opposition is there because the principal party, like the Congress party, made a lot of compromises. It wasn't easy for the Congress to yield seats in different states, but in any coalition you have to do give and take. And I think it was because the election was much larger than any one party, and it is important for the country to stand together. and for the people of India to know that there is a opposition that's united. So I think 24 parties came together. It's not a small task. I think it took a lot of understanding, patience, flexibility and compromise to put together the coalition, and I give credit to all members of the alliance. It's not just the Congress party, but it wasn't easy to put together. And you know how people somersaulted, some came, some backwards. The government of India and the BJP left no stone unturned to dislodge the stability of the opposition alliance. But despite that, I think we prevailed. We took our message to the people. Our manifesto, the Congress manifesto, was much talked about all over India. And what the principles on which we fought this election, they were given much higher accordance than the issue that the BJP talked about. Mandir, masjid, temple, mosque, Mangalsutra. We talked about education, employment, unemployment, price rise, farmers' distress, MSP guarantees and stuff like that. I think the people appreciated what we said much more than what the government and the BJP were saying.
Mr. Pilot, I'll ask you a final question. The election results and the mandate have also settled a lot of questions in the internal dynamics of the Congress. If you now have the likes of a Jitu Patwari taking charge of Madhya Pradesh, will it now be made that it will be Sachin Pilot who will take charge of the state of Rajasthan, keeping in mind the number of seats that you saw and have reached fruition?
I think it's not important in the party who does what job. We have to fight collectively all elections, and I must tell you that Congress party, we have won 8 seats in Rajasthan. It is because of the efforts of every single one person in that state. It's not just one individual. What happens in the future, I don't know, but whatever task I was given, I try to do the best I can, and I think all of us worked. The campaign was relentless, long campaign, 2.5 months, and everybody put their best foot forward, and that's why we have.
Would you hope to go back to Rajasthan now and build the party again?
Including the exit polls that was showing a different story. I'm just saying that the reality on the ground was a bit different, and it took sheer hard work of our party workers to come up to that level. What I will do will depend on what the party wants me to do. For the last 20 odd years, whatever they've asked me to do, party leadership, I've done that, whether it's the state or center, government or party. And whatever I'm asked to do, I do it diligently and the best of my capacity. So let's wait and see what the future holds.
All right, appreciate you joining us, sir, and congratulations to the party, though limited there, because 99 is not really the mark that one should aspire for, but better than expected. Thank you for joining us, and good luck, and let's see what comes off your meeting this evening. Appreciate for you to join us. Thank you.